And then I saw acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Duane Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Duane down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of now, like I'm trying to find this, like this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Duane's dressing room, and that's when I see Duane and having Will.
Will Smith being gay and having gay relations with who was it with?
Diddy.
I know, right? Hold on.
You should interview Tisha.
Tisha Campbell, who was married to Duane Smith.
I heard more rumors about Duane than Will.
Oh, you heard rumors about Duane?
Say what now? Not Will Smith getting exposed for getting his back blown out by Duane Martin, while Duane was still married to Tisha Campbell. It turns out that this was the real reason Tisha filed for a divorce back in 2018 and never looked back. At the time, it was rumored that she left him because of financial issues, but baby, the streets have been doing a whole lot of talking in the midst of this ongoing Diddy trial, and apparently Will was getting his poppy hole drilled by Duane. And don't start feeling bad for Jada, y'all, because the streets are also saying she knew about the affair since the very start, and she allowed Will to get bent over. Apparently, they agreed that while she was getting her needs met by August Alsina, he would also be getting his needs met by Duane. Woo child, let's get into this mess, y'all, because there is a lot going on and the tea is spilling hot. All right, so as most of y'all know, Will and Duane have been very close since 1993, when they met on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. At the time, folks thought they were exclusively friends, but just a few months ago, rumors started going around that Will was getting his back blown by Duane the entire time, and Will was the bottom. Jada tried to step in and defend him, but people weren't having it, especially after Jaguar Wright also made some wild allegations about Will and Diddy collaborating to turn Brashear Gray out when he was just 17. The mess about Will and Duane started by Will's former personal assistant Bilal after he appeared in an interview with Tasha K and spilled the tea about the time he allegedly caught Will getting knocked up from the back by Duane in Duane's changing room. He said he was shocked when he walked into this because he wasn't expecting to walk into Will bent over, but that's apparently what was happening, and Will was allegedly taking it like a pro.
Open the door to Duane's dressing room, and that's when I see Duane and having sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Duane was standing up, killing him. Like, it was in there.
Now, as you can imagine, there was no way an interview like this was going to hit the internet and not go viral. In fact, just about 9 hours after it went viral, Jada stepped into the chat and tried to silence Bilal by to sue him if he didn't take back what he said. She claimed that Bilal had already tried extorting her and Will, and when they refused to clear the check, he decided to get on Tasha K's show and lie on them. But guess what, y'all? Bilal wasn't having it, and he called Jada out. He appeared on Tasha K's show again for part 2 and dragged Jada through hell and back. He called her a lying, bald-head addict and dared her to go through with her lawsuit in the next 2 weeks, or else he would come on Tasha's show again for part 3, and this time he will come through with receipts.
All right, Brother Bilal, listen, I do want to say,
Okay.
for the viewers, because we're going to rewind back, before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter, okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded. And they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said there's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me, and you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a addict, right?
Oh, God.
You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swift. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. Well, extortion is criminal. Like, I would be in jail right now if I tried to extort.
I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen a liar get this brave when he knows a lawsuit is on its way to him. Usually people who lie will just go quiet, but not Bilal. This already made people start believing him, but they believed him even more when Jada failed to go through with the lawsuit. This didn't make sense to people because if she's so sure Bilal is lying, then why did she hold back from filing the lawsuit? It's not as if she doesn't have the money to go through with it. And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Jaguar Wright also jumped in and accused Will of collaborating with Diddy to allegedly sleep with Bryshere Gray and Will's own son Jaden. According to Jaguar, Will and Diddy used to trick young boys into freak-offs by promising them a mentorship. And then once they have them in their hands, they force them to become their boy toys in exchange for a deal. And in case you're wondering where Jaguar got all this tea from, she claims Bilal told her everything. Yes, the same former assistant who spilled the tea about Will and Duane's alleged affair. In fact, Jaguar said Jaden was also a victim of Will, and Jada apparently knew about it but did nothing.
That he know that Will Smith, Jaden, he Bashir and he Neat Mills, and you know it, Bilal. Now I don't give no how far in the desert you run.
Now, if y'all remember, Bilal revealed during his interview with Tasha K that Will and Jada were also throwing freak-off parties similar to the ones Diddy was throwing. Now, I can't confirm or deny this because I wasn't there, nor do I have concrete proof of it, but baby, folks did some digging to see if they could pull out any receipts to prove this, and they might have found something. It turns out that just days before Cassie came out with her lawsuit against Diddy, there were rumors going around that Will and Diddy had gotten into a fight over Will wanting to freak off with JLo. This tea was spilled by Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Dill, and the details were nasty.
We were at a birthday party that I think either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. They was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith and Jada, and it was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his arm some kind of way, like, and then he went like this, you know, like that. I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm going to snuff him. I said to myself, Will Smith will out you. Now, Puff could scrap now, but I don't think he could Will Smith.
A lot of people felt like the reason Will and Jada even felt comfortable enough to initiate this freak off with Diddy and JLo was because this wasn't their first time doing something like this with Diddy, but it was mostly with not women that he's actually with, and especially not someone as high profile as JLo. And of course, we can't talk about Will's alleged gay relationships without bringing up the infamous Facebook post David Arquette made about Will being DL. He made this allegation when a video of Will forcing Jaden to kiss him went viral.
Not on the set, he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set, he'll try to kiss me or anywhere else.
At the time, people were disgusted, and that included David Arquette. He jumped on Facebook to expose Will for being DL, claiming that Will's first marriage to Cherie Zampino ended because she caught him in bed with another man. When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. Now, at the time, people thought David was crazy and probably making things up. But with everything going on with Diddy and Will recently, and now these rumors about Will and Duane getting it on, people are spinning back to this and they believe that David was onto something the whole time. One person said, I truly believe Will touched his son. That's why he's been acting weird. Another person said some people would be shocked to learn how many celebs are secretly gay. Some of us would not be. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Will allegedly getting it on with Diddy and Duane? And do y'all believe Will has secretly been a power bottom all this while and even touching Jaden? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.